My beloved child, hear my voice now, for this moment is not by accident. Before this video ends, I will reveal to you a shift already set into motion, a separation, a departure, a divine realignment, one that will forever change your path. Do not look away. Do not grow distracted. For in these next minutes, I will uncover truths the enemy has tried desperately to hide from you. I will unveil what you could not yet see and prepare you for what you must embrace. This is not a time for hesitation. Stay close to my voice. Lean in, for if you miss these words, you may miss the door I am unlocking right now. Your destiny awaits. Remain with me until the very end. However, these statements are not for those who hesitate, nor for those who persist in wavering before my direction. If you truly trust in me, trust in the sovereign might of the one who created the heavens and the earth, trust in the divine plan I am executing in your life, then remain attentive. You might be wondering, who is it? Why does this person have to leave? Did I do something wrong? My cherished one, remember that it is not your fault. I have witnessed it all, have noticed the junctures where they can no longer continue alongside you. Certain individuals are sent only for a defined interval, and then the moment arrives for their departure, opening space for what I am bringing next. Have you ever sensed that something was amiss yet could not pinpoint it? Have you ever observed particular bonds in your life gradually fading? Have you seen conversations lose warmth, glances no longer carrying the same honesty as before? My cherished one, this is not mere imagination. It is the mark I placed in your heart long ago, but you were not prepared to accept it. Now, the hour has arrived for me to prune. The one who is departing is not unknown to you. They were a part of former days, a name you once mentioned, a face once well known. Perhaps they were someone you confided in, someone you shared an intense bond with, someone you adored, or someone who held a distinctive role in your affections. Still, I now tell you, their presence will not be what it was. The threshold through which they exit will stay closed, and that bond you assumed might endure perpetually will be severed. Their departure will carve a hollow in your spirit, a loss you will profoundly feel. It might approach like an unanticipated breeze, taking away what you believed was immovable, or akin to a forceful tide, overturning what you painstakingly erected. Regardless of any precautions, once that day arrives, it may still unsettle you. But recall that as they go, I remain. You may feel hollow, sense a void, as though a fragment of your life was excised in an instant. You might ask, why did this happen? Why would I allow this? Yet trust me, my cherished one, nothing transpires beyond my supervision. No loss goes without deeper significance. I comprehend you beyond how you comprehend yourself. I see that your heart may brace for this shift, your soul may resist this lack. I am aware of the recollections you shared, the occasions you once treasured. But because I love you, I cannot permit you to cling to something that has ceased belonging to you. You may want to hold on. You might ask if something can be done to halt them. But understand that if I remove someone from your life, it is not your wrongdoing, nor does it imply your inadequacy. It is simply that I hold a far-reaching plan still hidden from your view. I see what remains beyond your present scope. I know what you do not yet grasp. Do not cling to a person if I have predestined their departure. Do not cling simply because change frightens you. You need not be fearful, for I already stand in your tomorrow, securing a path for you even before you approach it. Some bonds function like leaves on a tree. They flourish for a season but must eventually drop. Some bonds are like branches. They may last longer, but one day they too could be taken away so that the tree grows sturdier. And then there are those like roots, individuals who stay by your side always, nourishing and stabilizing you. Avoid weeping when a leaf drops. It must fall to give way for the fresh things I have arranged. Do not be disheartened when a branch is cut. It must be pruned for the tree to develop in the correct way. I am cleaning your route, ushering you into a fresh season. Understand that change is frequently uncomfortable, but it is always indispensable. Remaining in what is recognizable will stop you from seeing the greater blessings I have readied for you. If you are unwilling to release, you can never embrace what I intend to place in your hands. My beloved child, let your soul be at ease. Let me comfort you when sorrow pierces your heart. Keep in mind that my love for you never changes. If you feel adrift, remember that you have never drifted from me. If you feel wobbly, recall that I am the solid groundwork beneath your steps. You need not be anxious regarding the future. Do not presume that another's exit means solitary abandonment for you. When someone moves away from your life, I will bring new faces into it. Individuals whose pathways align with yours, who will not restrain you but propel you further, who will not mislead you but help you recognize your identity. Place confidence in my intentions. Let me accomplish my work in your life. Trust wholeheartedly that all I am carrying out is to secure your ultimate benefit. And when March arrives, when you experience the departure that I have indicated, keep these truths in your heart. It is not a finish, but a fresh origin. They were once a noteworthy presence, one whose impact was not fleeting, yet deeply inscribed in your story. They were introduced as a chapter I designed in your journey, offering encounters, conflicts, and teachings crucial for your growth. Their part in your story was no coincidence, but a segment of the majestic tapestry I created for you. They prompted you to ponder your life, forcing you to face previously avoided fears. They awakened dormant recesses of your being, helping you identify truths you might not have otherwise perceived. They acted as a mirror, letting you truly see both what is worth protecting and what must be altered. Through them, you have grasped the might of grace, the power to pardon not only them, but yourself too. Through them, you have discovered love's genuine dimension, love that transcends fleeting emotions, embodying devotion, self-denial, and readiness to welcome another. Yet, my cherished one, nothing remains unending in this life except for me. Each person enters your existence at the designated time and exits at the appointed moment. Their function in your narrative is drawing to a close, not because they have lost value, but their reason for being there is complete. They have furnished you with what was necessary for this phase, and now an uncharted chapter beckons you. I am aware that their departure may leave you desolate. You may long for the bygone times, those days of their nearness. You may question if you can continue alone, but you must realize that their physical absence will not abolish what they have imbued in you. Quite the opposite, the essence of what they planted stays alive, merging with your identity forever. The insights you gathered will remain etched. The memories you shared will never lose worth. Instead, these will become the bedrock reinforcing you, forming a steadfast and resolute spirit as you progress. Interpret their exit not as a conclusion, but as a change, a validation that you have evolved, that you are now ready for the next unveiling I intend in you. Look behind and note your evolution since meeting them, the new maturity, the fortitude you have gained. Do those prior anxieties still dominate you? Are the older wounds not healing now? Let the void they leave consistently remind you of the resilience shaped over time, of the growth molded by hardships, of the metamorphosis you never believed feasible. Appreciate what they contributed, yet refrain from binding your heart to history. Do not hold on to what I am asking you to release. They are not being wrested from you. You are simply entering a season in which they no longer hold the central position in your saga. That does not signify insignificance on their part. It instead implies you are prepared to forge ahead, eager for me to steer you into something loftier. I realize this farewell will create emptiness, a vacuum that reverberates during the stillness of each day. Some mornings you may awaken and briefly forget they are gone. You may, in fleeting moments, try to find them among the familiar, only to remember the truth has changed. Certain nights you might lie awake, feeling uncertain, asking if continuation is possible without them. But, my beloved, listen. The vacancy left by their withdrawal is not an irreversible loss, but a divine reordering. I never take anything without reason. When I remove something from your sphere, it is never to leave you barren, but to open it for something superior. Never think you will be deserted, because I have already planned fresh presences to grace your steps, souls unimaginable to you, who will arrive at the correct time, offering solace, aspiration, and sustenance beyond what you believed achievable. What matters more is that I intend to reveal to you something previously unlearned, that I can be your unchanging retreat. You once rested in them, but I ask you now to rest in me. You once anchored yourself in their presence for a feeling of safety, but I desire you to entrust yourself wholeheartedly to me. I am the one who never changes, who never departs, who will never let you wander unguided. Are you aware? The severest storms in your life do not appear to overwhelm you, but to train you in clinging closely to me. When what you presumed firm starts to slide away, you will see that everything in this realm may falter, except for me. When each external support is removed, you will discover I alone am the unyielding base that cannot be shaken. I do not pretend this path is simple. I recognize your tears will flow, that you will experience intervals of longing, nights brimming with why. I realize that there will be points when you fervently wish you could turn back time and hold fast to familiarity. Still, believe that my aim is not to inflict anguish but to strengthen you. I am teaching you a deep lesson, a lesson centered on trust, development, and recognizing that all your hope belongs in the one who stands eternally resolute. As you walk through these events, you will come to understand I never abandoned you, that I continually orchestrate and shield you in every detail. And once all is said and done, you will look back and discern how my plan required their exit, so you could step into an expanded horizon, one where your spirit is fortified, your vision clearer, your bond with me deeper than ever. Allow me to instruct you in fearless walking. Let me steer you through times you imagined impossible to endure. Let me prove to you that if certain doors shut, if particular people vanish, I remain. And when your hand is placed in mine, you need never feel lost. Though right now, you may struggle to accept it, I am fitting every piece together, every new acquaintance, every open gateway, every moment that feels coincidental. They all form pieces of my grand design. The arrivals in your life shall not be mere replacements, but meaningful addition. They will bring what you need to continue, extending your perception and supplying unfamiliar forms of aid. The preceding weeks and months have been pivotal, calling you to live them wholeheartedly. Cast off lingering doubts over what is ahead. Refuse to let dread about the future overshadow the brightness of the present. Dwell in the here and now, for every second is an offering for me. I see how your heart stirs with thoughts of what lies on the horizon. Who will depart? How circumstances will shift, if you will be equipped. But my beloved, unease does not improve tomorrow. It merely robs today of its serenity. If you spend your days fearing the unknown, you risk overlooking the gifts already present. If your mind is consumed by what is not yet real, you miss the wonders currently in front of you. Pause. Take in your surroundings. Notice the steady beat of your heart, the warmth of daylight on your face, the chorus of life unfolding around you. Each is a gentle reminder that you remain alive, that every day bears significance. Reserve time to cherish small but crucial instants. Let no delay hinder tender words and gestures. Sometimes you cannot recapture opportunities. Some expressions, if unspoken now, might never be uttered. Some individuals, if not appreciated in the present, might disappear, leaving regret over unexpressed affection. Do not wait until it is too late to realize your gratitude was withheld. Do not keep your love locked within. Speak, show, articulate how much you value people. Give time to the ones you hold dear. Put aside distractions and be fully engaged. Let your ears and heart soak in their words. Value each moment, acknowledging that what you possess today might be gone tomorrow. Guard against taking relationships lightly, and do not let worldly demands make you forget that love needs daily care. I urge you to love fearlessly, wholeheartedly. Do not allow the possibility of pain to block your will to reveal your affection. Offer love in full measure, release grudges in totality, and grant your heart an opening to the world around you. Nobody can see the future, but one certainty prevails. The love you bestow is never squandered. Time is my gift to you, and I desire that you use it wisely. Avoid letting it vanish without purpose, and do not let chances for love slip away. Treat each day as though it might be your final. Live by gratitude, by praise, and with a heart wide open. When you extend yourself genuinely to others, you will realize joy does not dwell in grand extravagances, but in subtle, heartfelt instances. It emerges at a family table, in gentle conversations over warm cups, in unstoppable laughter, recalling a shared memory. It appears in a loved one's gentle gaze, in the comfort of someone's hand resting in yours. These might look mundane, but when they disappear, you understand their immeasurable significance. Let every day be steeped in thankfulness. Celebrate the things you do have, rather than obsessing over what could be taken. Each morning, reflect on how blessed you are to still love, still live, still craft new stories. My beloved child, realize that all unfolding events remain under my governance. You do not have to fear tomorrow, because I have already prepared the way. You simply need to be present. Live each instant to its fullest. Trust that I am directing you through every stage. As you advance, keep in mind, this season is for loving, not fearing, for rejoicing, not fretting, for fully living, not regretting. Let each day pass not in vague predictions, but in the tangible fullness of your heart, anchored in the now. Love unrestrainedly. Voice sentiments you desire to share. Perform the tasks calling you. If you live in love and gratitude, you will never meet regret. My beloved, condition yourself for the transformations I have planned, not with alarm, but with steadfast faith and a readiness to accept the new gifts I am arranging. Change should not be dreaded when you trust in the one who holds all. You need not linger in doubt or in worry over unwritten tomorrows. Keep your soul at rest, for I accompany you at each step. What approaches might deviate from your expectations. You may sense your old stability eroding, the foundation you stood upon shifting. But remember, my intention is to steer you towards something more significant. Nothing is allowed to happen outside my allowance, and every transition occurs laden with meaning. To step into this new season unshaken, you must let me fill you from within. Seek no earthly security, and stop grasping what I carefully remove. Rather, look only to me. Let me be your sanctuary, your unmovable base, the stone upon which you securely stand while the world around you changes. Let my peace, which is foreign to this world, envelop you, a peace free from external conditions, unaffected by shifting tides. When your soul is moored in me, no wave of transition can topple you, no abrupt shift can rattle you. You will know for certain that I am persistently by your side, holding you with strong and gentle hands. Seek the quietness that draws you closer to me. Resist letting daily busyness pull you out of my arms. Set aside pockets of silence to perceive my voice most clearly. In prayer, do not only speak, wait, listen. As you read my words, do not simply skim, truly meditate on them. If you look for me, I will manifest myself to you in previously unknown ways. Fortify your faith by plunging further into my nearness. Prayer will begin dissolving your anxieties. My words will dissolve your worries over what lies ahead. Submerge yourself in Scripture, and you will uncover the enduring pledges that I will never leave you. You will see how, even lacking full comprehension, you may be assured of my orchestration for your benefit. Ponder my words. Do not let them remain lifeless lines on a page. Engrave them within. Let them breathe in you. Thus, when adversity emerges, you will stand unwavering. Foster connections with those sharing your faith, those able to uphold you in moments of vulnerability, who can offer support in need. Let yourself walk in unity. I have delegated special people to journey with you. When you are close to others who carry the same faith, you discover you are never alone, that you are not alone in confronting this transition. Keep in mind that giving me the wheel keeps you from ever feeling lost, that when I govern your heart, your circumstances cannot defeat you, and that by trusting me wholly, every shift becomes not a subtraction, but a path into something deeper, richer, and more all-encompassing. So, prepare your soul, not with trepidation, but with confidence. Do not busy yourself with what may or may not come, but commit to presence in my company. Let me build your strength, your guidance, and your capacity to see my unwavering devotion to you. I am the one who observed your life from the start, who discerns every unuttered thought, who comprehends every thread of your being even when you cannot do so. I have watched you evolve. I have beheld your muted sobs in solitude. I have heard your wordless sighs of confusion. I am no distant God, nor a cold idea that you can chase only in dire circumstances. I am the one who stands eternally present, perpetually loving, consistently watching your smallest step. While many events escape your awareness, trust that I am working in your favor. I never stand idle, never turning aside from all that rightly belongs to you. When you sense disarray, when you feel ensnared without escape, recall that I am behind the curtain, putting every part into perfect arrangement. I do not hurry or stall. Each action matches its correct schedule, fulfilling my intention. And in that decisive instant when the individual leaves, do not let sorrow obscure the timeless principle. I am still here. Though someone notable may exit, though you may sense emptiness from their absence, you will never lose me. You are not stranded in the chaos. You need not shoulder this grief alone. You may be sorrowful, filled with questions of why I let this happen. You may look for answers which only I can deliver. But child, always remember, even when you are frail, I sustain you. Even if you do not fully grasp the situation, my hands still labor. Even if you cannot see the next step, I am charting the course. My beloved, I have not pledged a road devoid of hardship, nor did I say your heart would avoid separation. However, I assure you, you do not traverse these trials in isolation. I will never reject you in arid deserts of heartbreak, never leave you without my presence in your fights. Allow me to be your fortress when anxiety attacks. Turn to me, never letting your spirit sink into despair. Take my hand when you believe everything is forfeited, for you have never forfeited me, the one forever unchanging, never absent, never ready to forsake you for even an instant. I hope you see that no matter what shifts around you, I remain ever the same. People may drift away, relationships might gradually vanish, but my love is constant. It is above situational factors, unshaken by passing years, untouched by your own deeds or omissions. Let your heart find rest in this guarantee. I am your protector whenever frailty shows, your strength when isolation settles in, your truest ally. When you question your path, I am your guiding light. When life feels like it is crumbling, remember, I am the firm base beneath it all. Fear not the days ahead, for I am already waiting there. Fear not that you will lack, for I have arranged your provision. Fear not about how you will manage once they depart, for I will supply everything required. I will fill you with tranquility the world cannot grant. I will replenish those gaping areas of your soul with my own affection, a love that will not ever desert you. I do not simply remove, I also bestow. I do not just latch doors, I intend to open new ones in unimaginable corners, paths you never even contemplated. When something is taken from your grasp, it does not signify finality, but marks a turning point that brings you to the things I am composing. Remain steadfast in your faith, for I will not let you endure a loss without restoration. I will not usher you into a shift without equipping you to handle it. I have sown fresh beginnings for you, unforeseen chances, pathways once unimaginable, and individuals I have prepared to accompany you in the forthcoming chapter. This season might feel extended and burdensome, but observe that seasons of loss are never infinite. Like the sunlight that inevitably returns after gloom, like springtime's arrival following harsh winter, you are not trapped indefinitely in the storm. Tears will subside, wounds will mend, and you will again see brightness. You may not presently see it, and maybe you still do not grasp it, but in due course you shall realize that I perfectly arranged everything, enhancing you, reinforcing areas needing fortification, eliminating whatever was no longer beneficial to your path, and most critically, fitting you for something even more complete. Be unafraid when all around you reshapes itself. Do not allow your loss to overshadow what I am providing. Remain open to the forthcoming, prepared for experiences beyond prior imagination. Be assured that my gifts for you are always good, that you have never lacked anything truly needed. Always keep in mind, I do not act in half measures. Any work I begin, I will also complete. Wherever I send you, I will ensure you arrive. Any ambition I instill in you, I shall provide a way for its fulfillment. My cherished child, do not let fleeting illusions hijack your focus. Keep from letting the world's clamor push you into indecision, doubt, or forgetting my presence. Multitudes of voices, swirling ideas, and others' demands can make you lose your sense of direction. Yet you must not allow them to define your identity or chart the path I have laid out. Anchor your heart firmly in my spirit. Do not permit intangible worries, pointless parallels, or external opinions to guide your thoughts. Though the realm around you mutates from one moment to the next, I do not change. My perception of your worth is never swayed by human views. You are not obligated to race after anyone, nor do you need to defend yourself to any watchers but me. Center your focus on me, and you will no longer be manipulated by outer forces. If you pause and choose to hear me, rather than the world's cacophony, my directives will be unmistakable. As you earnestly pursue my guidance, uncertainty or confusion will lift, because I am prepared to steer you. I have not designated you to wander in blindness. I have not left you isolated in shadows. Day by day, I unlock your path, setting every piece in motion, leaving tokens of my presence. Yet only in a serene mind will you notice them. Only when you let go of anxiety and turn your gaze toward me. Let me be the lamp glowing on your route. If you are unsure of your destination, come to me. Should you be torn between paths, let my voice lead you. Refuse to let fear freeze you, or let human chatter make you doubt. When you rely on me, you cannot go astray. You might not see the whole canvas, but I do. You may not unravel each facet, but I fathom them fully. And I long for you to believe in my wisdom rather than straining to solve it alone. You are not obligated to exhaust yourself chasing reasons, for I am your solution. You do not need to collapse under burdens, for I am your stamina. Master the skill of releasing what is not yours and embracing what I provide you. Dispense with harmful ideas, pointless loads, and alarm over the unseen. Open your heart to the tranquility, sagacity, and guidance I freely give. My cherished child, numerous roads stretch before you, yet only one leads to the wellspring of genuine existence, elation, and serenity. That single way is what I now present you. It may not be the most convenient, but it is the most excellent. It may not be acknowledged widely, but my blessing rests upon it. As you tread the honorable path I have marked, you will witness illusions morphing into clarity. That which you once agonized over will lose its grip. The fears that used to paralyze will fade, for when I direct you, you cannot be lost. Never assume you must hold every answer before setting out. On occasion, I only reveal in fragments, teaching you to rely on faith. My aim is for you to understand. You do not need to know it all to stand firm. You merely need to grasp this. I have gone ahead of you, preparing each footstep, protecting and guiding, leading you precisely where you need to be. Give me the opportunity to instruct you. Open yourself to my leadership. Refrain from clinging stubbornly to your own limited plans, for mine surpass them in magnitude. Let me refine and fill you with unshakable wisdom. You need not agonize over looming changes. They are not meant to instill panic, but to usher you into a fresh era of mercy. Allow me to clasp your hand along every footfall of the journey. Fear nothing. Do not stew in confusion, and do not chase futilely for what solely I can bestow. Direct your heart toward me, and you will recognize how all else pales. Anxieties will recede, insecurities will disintegrate, and the matters you once dreaded will lose their potency. Instead, you will journey in assurance, in calm, with the knowledge of my permanent companionship. I am summoning you to serve as a beacon in the oncoming days, a radiant signpost amid the shadows, a channel of hope for distraught souls. I call you to proceed not just with unwavering confidence, but also with an affectionate heart for humanity. Even amid your weakest junctures, you can uplift others. Even when facing battles, you can be a source of encouragement for the drained. You need not wait for perfection to share my affection. You do not require total clarity to aid someone. I do not expect flawlessness, but genuine sincerity. I do not ask you never to stumble, but to pick yourself up and press onward with renewed faith. In a sphere of confusion where many drown in fear and pessimism, I invite you to be the caretaker of my serenity. Whenever someone despairs, let your words show them my ever-present light. Whenever someone senses desertion, let you be the one whispering that they are never alone. Your personal strength is not your sole resource. I provide mine. If you find yourself depleted, I shall refresh you. If you sense your frailty, I will empower you. Observers will perceive my essence in your life, in your loving approach, in your confidence in me. I do not wish for you merely to absorb my words, but also to exemplify them. When you pardon one who may not be deserving, you mirror my compassion. When you exercise patience with difficult personalities, you reveal my benevolence. If you offer aid while you yourself are in need, you embody my unconditional love. Let no personal burden discourage you from loving. Your hardships do not excuse retreat, but an opportunity to feel the anguish others endure, to comfort, to understand, to instill hope. I am transforming your trials to create in you a more expansive heart, a spirit of great resilience, a crusader for benevolence. My cherished child, bring hope by truly listening to heart's craving empathy. Occasionally, you need not even speak or solve problems. Simply being present, quietly, attuned with your entire being, can produce unexpected healing. A genuine embrace, a thoughtful reassurance, a selfless gesture. Each can spark restoration in ways beyond your awareness. Extend your hands, do not anticipate a perfect chance. Begin with daily acts. A timely supportive phrase, a simple courtesy, a heartfelt demonstration of concern. These might be miracles for someone else in ways unseen. When you embody kindness, you testify to my graciousness. When you give without expecting a return, you echo my own heart. I would have you not only stand by faith, but also carry peace within. Reject the storm swirling around. Do not yield your own composure to life's negativity. When your soul is thoroughly submitted to me, when you entrust every corner of your heart to me, you will live unbound by fear. The peace I bestow is not of this world. Unaffected by events, unaltered by changes, anchored only in the certainty that my hold on you remains firm. With faith and composure, you will stand out in a restless world. People will question your hope, notice your capacity to love beyond all hurts, and see something different about you, my presence. You need not trumpet your association with me. Your manner of life will proclaim it. When you carry yourself knowing you are deeply loved, when you show genuine compassion, when you offer grace and demand nothing in exchange, you speak volumes about my goodness. So let your life shine, a lamp no darkness hides. May others observe that, in spite of the struggles you endured, in spite of the heartaches you have experienced, you remain standing. Not because you are self-sufficient, but because you opted to entrust your existence to my care. Not because you possess all solutions, but because you recognize me as your constant guide. Advance boldly, live richly, with thankfulness and faith. Exhibit my goodness from within you. Let every day you breathe reveal my power, so that onlookers see my hand shaping your story. Hence, my beloved, proceed and illuminate. Offer love even if others are cold. Provide assistance even if nothing is assured in return. Show forgiveness even if anger seems justified. Count on me even if your sight remains obstructed. Doing so, you will witness not only others' lives evolving, but your own heart also becoming stronger and more radiant. Let me radiate through you, revealing how a human life can thrive in my grace, rely on my might, and rest in my serenity. You are not merely a recipient of blessings. You are my channel of blessings for the people around you. At present, I proclaim that this day brims with miracles. a day when the gates of heaven stand wide open, a day when your heart detects the stirring of my power in unimagined dimensions. My words are no inconsequential collection of letters drifting in your mind. They are energy, breath, and the abiding support of your faith. They do not lie remote as intangible promises, but serve as the sturdy base on which you walk. The seeds embedded in your soul, ready to flower at the proper time I have ordained. My spirit is not some distant concept, but the ever-present one who accompanies you always, leading you through life's twists, fortifying you in weakness, illuminating your route when you are clueless. He never forces you ahead, nor does he desert you if you falter. He moves tenderly, reminds you perpetually, and paves a passage. You might feel adrift, uncertain about tomorrow, but know you are never alone. Allow your heart to be still, let your soul open up, and you will recognize my presence more vividly. You need not toil for miracles. Miracles are already sown within you. My pledges are not penned only in a sacred text. They are etched deep in your being, interwoven into your essence. They are not dormant, waiting idly. They are set to emerge, prepared to kindle when you call upon them. Recall that whenever you are weak, my word becomes the strength elevating you. Whenever you doubt, my word becomes the torch lighting the way. Whenever you are surrounded by countless voices, my word becomes the rock that prevents your collapse. The portals of my mercy never lock. No hostility can disturb my patience for you. No error can drive me away. No condition can stop you from drawing closer. Have no fear, you have wandered too far, that you are not worthy to enter my presence. The doorway remains ajar. You need only come in faith. Approach me without anxiety, without restraint, like a deeply loved child who knows they belong. You are no random visitor, no stranger passing by. You are one I have embraced since time immemorial. Come to me as a child runs to a father's arms, with limitless certainty that you are forever welcome, that you have nothing to prove for my affection. You need not stew in your own insecurities, doubt, or regrets for past or future. Lay these weights aside. Let me fold you into the pure peace that only I can bestow. Let yourself expand in heart. Let your faith flourish beyond what your eyes see. Because on this very day, I accomplish something unprecedented. On this day, I act in defiance of impossibility. On this day, I draw you nearer to deeper revelations, deeper awareness, a bond with me that nothing can interrupt. Cross through your day free of trepidation, but full of happiness, full of anticipation, full of trust that I am making a way. Observe your surroundings, listen, perceive the subtle. Miracles are not confined to grand spectacles, but reside in ordinary things I do constantly in your story. Open wide your spirit, be guided by my spirit. Allow your faith to blaze with more brilliance than ever. I, the one who never changes, am here even now, achieving beyond your highest thoughts. Depend on my timing, for it cannot be flawed. In your circumstances, you might ask, why hasn't anything moved? Why am I still waiting? When does my desire come to pass? Nevertheless, rest assured, my schedule never errs. Nothing arrives before or after the appointed hour. All my actions fit precisely. Once I decide to intervene, not a single obstacle can hinder or stall my intention. Hence, abandon your fear and the burdens gnawing your heart. Resist letting uncertainties deplete your focus. Resist letting mysteries hamper your peace. Bring your distress to me. Let me take them off your shoulders, substituting them with something vastly better, an enduring hope, a peace no one can wrest away, and a joy that defies any situation. Watch carefully for my hand in all that happens. Even in details that appear minor, I am carrying out wonders. Miracles do not always emerge in a blinding instant. They can unfold progressively, step by step, breath by breath. Every measure of faith you manifest not only draws you toward my promises, but also remolds you, shaping you to be more mature, more fortified, more connected with me. The road I lead you along is not barren, not lonely. It is a trail of discovery. Each pace reveals novel insights, overlooked wonders, deeper glimpses of my care, fresh angles of my involvement. You are not merely sitting idly for an event to occur. You are in a period of equipping, refining, and overall deepening. Accept the process I am performing in your soul. Resist forcing the timeline or forcing yourself to know it all now. I know you thoroughly. I see the intangible corners of your being that even you do not fully recognize. I am the one healing you, the one coming near to soothe your most entrenched wounds. The scars you suppressed, the pain hidden away, the heartbreak you assumed would plague you forever. I see them, and I come bearing healing. Allow me to enter the places you have guarded, those unvisited by others. Let me mend not just superficial scrapes, but the raw ache in your innermost self, the lingering recollections, the unspoken traumas, the aspirations you resigned to oblivion. I do not simply bring a fleeting calm. I bring total renewal. I come to resurrect, to make you stronger than you ever were. Whatever you counted as missing, I can restore. Whatever you deemed beyond repair, I can rejuvenate. Whatever you found unalterable, I can reshape. For I do not only patch up your wounds, I use them to create something altogether new. My role is not limited to easing your hurts. I transform them into a testimony, an account of triumph, a fountain of hope for you and those around you. So allow me to work. Let me lift the burdens you have lugged unnecessarily. Let me dispel concealed anxieties you were unaware of. Let me nurture in your heart the steadfast belief that you are not deserted, not unseen, but cherished beyond your imagination. You need not navigate alone. You need not endure solitary struggles. I am ever present and active. If you grant me the lead, open yourself to my restoration, you will witness how each piece I arrange is wholly good. My child, this day I grant you the incomparable blessing of pardon, one that does not just erase any evidence of wrongdoing, but also detoxifies you in your deepest places. The shackles from your past, the restraints you suspected would forever trap you in shame or blame, are snapped. They have lost any control over you. You are no longer confined by prior mistakes or forced to bow to the memories that once haunted you. Let your spirit rejoice in grace, and let your heart enjoy the tranquility it has long needed. Still, my dear child, I know certain thoughts draw you back to the irretrievable, to irreparable matters. Do not allow yourself to be trapped in an unending cycle of regret. You can neither edit your history nor fix every piece. If there is damage you can restore, do so with complete honesty. If reconciliation is feasible, then pursue it modestly and compassionately. But if you have attempted all possible paths, yet another person remains immovable, let it go. It is not your burden to make every heart forgiving. You need not languish, awaiting absolution from those unwilling to release it. That is not your load to bear. Your slate is washed. You stand freed. Your past sins no longer fetter you. So never let anyone, not even your own critical voice, keep you bound to old shadows. Step forward, my dear, into the radiance of the absolution I extend. Do not glance over your shoulder, imagining you owe any debt to preceding days. The answer is no, you owe nothing. Do not let your conscience weigh you with what is already gone. I have not only excused you, I have also furnished you with a renewed start. Your heart has been cleansed and your spirit has been mended. Now live a life reflecting the brilliance of the mercy you received. The forgiveness bestowed on you is the same you can offer yourself, and if you can, to others around you. But my child, never think offering forgiveness demands you remain locked in unproductive connections. If a person cannot move on from what is done, if they insist on animosity rather than peace, that is their personal road. You are not obligated to soften every hardened heart or prove your value to anyone but me. If they cling to old grievances, permit them. Let them travel their separate way. But you progress, free from regret and unburdened by the past. Move on with an open heart, ready to receive the warmth I have readied for you. Let your daily walk be evidence of the liberty you have uncovered, of the exuberance your soul feels once unchained. You do not need to scramble to retain my affection. I loved you first before you even knew your own self. You do not need to validate your identity. From the start, I saw your inestimable worth. You do not need to fret about abandonment, for I will remain steadfast. What is mine cannot be seized away. Hence, my child, raise your head, walk in the confidence of your release. Let your newfound liberty shine to guide those who remain stuck. Let that pardon blossom as the seed of harmony in you and in those you meet. The past no longer can harm you. Old scars no longer define you. You are not your past blunders, nor do you bear the condemnations others wrote upon you. You are saved, you are treasured, you are summoned to the light. Therefore, exist in that light. Do not revert to the gloom, simply because venturing onward alone daunts you. You are not alone. I am right here, eternally. My cherished child, today I open a fresh page in front of you, a journey no longer overshadowed by aged scars or the bleakness of bygone times. Let your heart discard the burdens it has toted for too long. Let your soul learn to ascend in the liberty I have prepared for you from the outset. This is not an unattainable vow or a condition you cannot fulfill. This is the present I have laid at your feet. Utter freedom, boundless forgiveness. Accept it in faith, and from now on, nothing can tie you to those outdated chains. You have known deep pain in your soul, memories that convinced you were not deserving of love or solace. There were points when you endeavored to step forward, but inward whispers reminded you of your errors, your failings, your every shortcoming. However, hearken to my voice, my child. I do not hold up your downfalls. I do not count your slips. I do not keep score of your shortcomings. I see only the beloved soul I will never desert, a precious life for which my love is unending. You need not continue replaying days stacked with regret. By abandoning what has passed, you can taste an unparalleled calm, unknown to earthly wisdom, but emanating from my presence. It transcends all logic, a calm no adversity can disturb. It surrounds you like armor, shielding against every accusing shout, every inner storm, every hopeless reflection. Rest in this calm. Allow me to guide you toward a realm where worry cannot settle, where suffering cannot sustain itself, where only my reassurance, my direction, and my faultless care remain. You do not have to stumble blindly in the dark. I am with you to illuminate the path, step by step, leading you through unfamiliar territory, presenting you with a life adorned by grace and truth. You are not tasked with solitary labor or always knowing your next move. I shall be your guiding light, your safe haven, your strength when you sense your own fragility. Walk by my side so you never lose yourself at the crossroads. But please recall, my child, that the release I bestow is not only about removing shackles. It is about raising a new life on stable ground. Let my love be the pivotal cornerstone. Cease basing your joy on fleeting, worldly matters. Anchor yourself in what holds genuine, lasting merit. Never fear that you might drift, for a life built on my divine affection and limitless mercy will always direct you back to where you should be. Let your choices, your motions, each statement and deed, all have roots in that love. That way, nothing is pointless, no second is squandered. Every passing breath shapes the masterpiece I am painting of your life. You see, what you once categorized as flaws, fiascos, or regrets, things you wish never happened, are being worked into a constructive plan. I am a master who can redeem even the darkest episodes. I let nothing occur randomly. The sadness you have felt, the moments you have toppled, the midnight hours you have cried alone, none are futile. I will weave them all to produce a worthwhile outcome, refining, shaping you into something stronger, more composed and radiant in my likeness. Permit me to invert what was lost into rejuvenation, your wounds into evidence of triumph, your secret shames into testaments of my compassionate redemption. I do not size you up through your mishaps, but through the perspective of my unbreakable love, through the blueprint I envisioned for you from the outset. Therefore, do not look on your past with torment or confusion, wondering why things turned out that way. Confide that even in life's darkest phases, I remain at work, creating an intricate design for your greater good. You need not distress over unpredictabilities. When you rely on my guidance, you are never traveling alone. Whether strolling through dim valleys or heading toward glorious peaks, my presence abides with you, quietly whispering, ensuring you realize it is not on your shoulders to fix everything alone. Proceed, stay certain, let your heart bask in my grace. This new stage is not a narrative you compose by yourself. It is our story, co-written by me, featuring your healing, your hope, the renewal of what once seemed broken, now revitalized more splendidly than you dared to dream. You have a clean slate, an uncluttered canvas. Live, then, as one no longer weighed down by earlier regrets. Let each new morning proclaim my endless love. Look onward, with bright eyes and a receptive heart, convinced that you are not stuck in what has already passed. What once terrified or wounded you, what brought you to your lowest, those are behind you. You are made anew, swathed in grace, strolling in absolute liberty, and fear need not rule you. My beloved, once you venture into this newfound path, enjoying the fulfillment of the freedom I have presented, you will notice similar changes around you. The sources of your heartbreak, the separations you thought permanent, will be powerfully restored. Relationships presumed hopeless, bonds that mistrust had strained, will begin mending. As your own heart is healed, that healing will reverberate outward, touching the people and the environments you inhabit. Where old hostilities once existed, harmony will step in. Where words were once biting, hearts will now seek positive encounters. You will no longer find yourself bound to old patterns of anger or self-defense, but rather will find joy in sincere listening, in fostering genuine understanding, in seeking accord rather than personal triumph. My love in you will shift how you see others, no longer fixating on their wounds or your assumptions, but loving with compassion and forbearance. Conflicts will cease being contests, turning instead into moments to exercise grace. Where confusion once thrived, where biting words once wounded hearts, empathy and patient kindness will expand. You will feel less compelled to shield your ego or prove yourself correct. Instead, you will treasure the chance to genuinely perceive and connect with another's feelings. You will grow to stand in their place, recognizing the pains you once might not have noticed. Then, as you love from this vantage point, you will notice a ripple effect. Others will react differently to the sincerity they see in you. By sowing forbearance, you harvest harmony. By sowing compassion, you foster pure connections, unburdened by old misgivings. My child, your speech wields more might than you can fathom. In the past, you may have inadvertently hurt people, employing sharp words that separated rather than drew them in. But now, as you dwell in my light, your voice is no longer an implement of conflict, but an instrument of rebuilding, reconciliation, and healing. A statement shared in warmth can radically shift a hurting heart. A single encouraging sentence can renew someone's fervor. A simple, honest offering of forgiveness can reunite two souls torn asunder. Underestimate not the potency of your words. These are not empty vibrations in the air, but forces that reshape your reality and possibly someone's destiny. Employ them to sow life, serenity, and my affectionate presence wherever you go. The metamorphosis you are undergoing extends beyond you. It embraces all those entering your circle. When your own heart is transformed, so is your sphere of influence. Opting for love over hatred, empathy over harsh judgment, patience over annoyance will change the climate around you. It may not even require conscious effort on your part. Your inner rebirth is your most eloquent declaration. When they see the quiet calm in you, they will want to share in it. Experiencing your genuine concern, they will seek its genesis. Through you, they will glimpse me. My child, let my light and serenity shine outward in every phrase you speak and every move you make. Become a soothing presence to struggling souls, a safe haven for those drained by life. Let your brilliance dissipate the densest darkness, so each person you encounter senses they are not cast aside, that they have not been forsaken, and that there remains a steadfast love welcoming them home. This pilgrimage you are on is not only about your personal progress. It also involves a ripple effect on those around you. Your emancipation is not purely for your own gain. Be open with what I have shown you. Do not be silent concerning what I have done in your life. Do not fear that your imperfections make you unqualified to be my witness. Your very scars, your adversities, your trials, they stand as the boldest tributes to my grace. Let your everyday reality reveal my undying affection. Your speech, suffused with love, your life, unbound from condemnation. Those will be the path for others still locked in bondage. Become my hands, my mouth, my vessel, through which my healing love reaches hearts hungering for restoration. As you pour out the hope you have, you will witness transformations not only around you, but in you too. You will feel stronger, more whole, more intimately tied to me than before. You are no longer the person you once were, limited by bitterness or haunted by past tragedies. You now carry newness inside, a mission, a purpose. Live accordingly, trust fully, walk confidently, never forgetting my enduring presence. May your heart, your words, and your life serve as a radiating testimony of my unaltered devotion. My beloved child, be entirely sure you are never deserted. In the tumult of life, a host of angels stands on guard, prepared to shelter you continually. They do not waver or look away, not even for a moment. They are devoted warriors, sent by me to ensure that my assurance of peace remains over you. You may not see them with your eyes, but they surround you, stronger than the grandest fortress known. My angels secure your home's threshold, barring all harm. They are a supernatural barricade, a divine ring of fire, keeping hostile forces out. Even as you sleep, they stay vigilant, scanning the midnight hours. No darkness can find a breach, and no adversary can breach the barrier I have formed. I specifically charge them to watch over you so that no danger shall invade, no menace can overpower you. If in certain hours you experience a disturbance, if a covert threat tries to disrupt your inner stillness, remember that you do not stand alone. I stationed mighty celestial beings around you to protect not just your physical being but your spirit also, deflecting every hidden arrow of doubt, unease, or terror. They will keep you from tripping, from straying into obscurity. Live fearlessly, continue with your endeavors, be a conduit of kindness, for you dwell under the refuge of my wings. Your residence is more than a structure. It is a place made sacred by my presence. In every corner, my care reigns. Whenever you speak to me, express your hopes, vent your cares. Your words do not evaporate. They reach me, and I dispatch my angels according to my will. Not only do they defend you, they fend off powers aiming to generate discord and strife in your household. Some days you may perceive an unexplained tension, something gnawing at the peace in your home. Maybe an unintentional argument, a hurtful remark, or a heavy wave of negativity. But remember this, no force can remove you from my protection. When you detect agitation, turn to me. Pray, be still, and trust, and try Spirit is fighting powerfully to preserve the calm in your abode. My Spirit does more than protect. He also shows you the route forward. Whenever you encounter adversity, whenever you stand at critical forks, He whispers truth, illuminating your next step. He imparts wisdom you cannot generate alone, clarifying seams that are not yet visible. Let your ear be open, let your heart be receptive to His counsel, and everything gains focus. Arguments fade, shattered relationships are reconstructed, and where anxiety lived, love takes hold. My beloved, do not fix your gaze on the future with alarm. Resist letting your mind turn over matters outside your command. I am your keeper, your guardian, encircling your loved ones in my endless affection. Regardless of global chaos, no matter how ferociously storms rage, believe you dwell in my hold, and in these arms, no evil can come near. Greet each morning with tranquility. Let my peace, a peace beyond mortal constraints, direct your heart. Situations do not unsettle my peace, nor do your senses overturn it. I remain your fortress, your shelter in every challenge. Always remember, I see all happenings within your household. Not one tear falls unnoticed. Not one prayer remains unanswered, and each care is mine to handle even before you perceive its need. Lay your heart in my perfect peace. Though chaos may erupt externally, never doubt my watchfulness. My angels remain in position. My spirit moves in your dwelling. My all-seeing eyes remain upon you, and my love is a shield never to be broken. My cherished child, as you take in my words, pause a while, kneel in your innermost being, and let your soul turn toward me. Whether you call out or address me silently, I hear every heartfelt cry. Linger to trace my blessings through your days. You have received so many gifts, even those so small you do not always acknowledge them. They are all tokens of my eternal kindness. You might not register every facet of what I am accomplishing in your path, but with every breath, each sunrise, each step upon Earth's surface, you live a miracle. You are not an afterthought. I see you, know you, and take joy in your recognition of my love. I require no grandiose rites or polished words. I simply want your sincerity, your gratitude offered from the heart. That, my child, is the sweetest incense to me. And while you pray, as your gratitude flows, I will unlock doors you have yet to imagine, paths you never thought you could traverse. You need not scramble for direction, for I am the one who paves the way. I will shower you not only with worldly needs, but with inestimable treasures of serenity, discernment, and affection. By trusting in me and observing my commands, I will settle you in a place of resilience and abundance where your life thrives, free from the oppression of worry. It is not my plan for you to scrape by in scarcity or greet every new day with apprehension. That is not my vision for my beloved. I wish you to prosper in every dimension of your being, not restricted to your finances, but in your spirit, your bonds, your body, and your soul. I do not desire you clinging to the edge, but living in overflow, liberated from anxiety, unconfined by doubt. I want you to walk in the full freedom that spares you from the weight of debts, from want, from the relentless cycles of unease. Can you see, my child, that the prosperity I offer does not weigh you down, but grants you peace? You will not be chasing worldly gains aimlessly, because I will place them in your hands supernaturally. I do not want you pinned under financial strain, exhausted by thoughts of survival. Instead, I will meet your needs extravagantly, so you can become a fount of blessing for others, an unblocked channel where generosity can stream continuously, free of unease or terror of lacking. Visualize a table perpetually stocked, not merely with nourishment, but with a radiant aura of love and harmony encircling your dear one. Picture a life in which sleepless nights spent fretting about coming expenses or burdensome hardships are left behind, replaced by absolute certainty that I, your provider, the boundless well of everything, have made the way sure. Let this truth be firmly planted inside you, so each morning you arise anchored in the truth that I have orchestrated every step, that no door I open can be shut, that you have never been deserted in your pursuit. But my child, remember, my blessings extend far beyond material possessions. I yearn for you to develop deeply in faith, so you will not only thrive externally, but stand unswerving in your soul, trusting and restful. Guard your heart, remain near to me, and do not be pulled astray by empty glitters. Refrain from grounding your joy in perishable things. Anchor your delight in me, the endless source who never evaporates. If you put me first, everything else follows. This principle is not distant or improbable. It is the destiny I have shaped for you. My will is never for you to endure in deficiency, but for you to stand in my abundant, meaningful life, able to reflect on your journey and see my hand lovingly guiding you. Believe that right now, at this moment, I am arranging good on your behalf, opening gates you have yet to notice. The prosperity I have set apart is not something for which you must constantly strive. It is a gift, waiting for you to step forward and accept. So move ahead in confidence. Banish your dread. Tear down human-invented boundaries. Pray with thankfulness, cling to unwavering trust, and move with the expectation that blessings chase you. In doing so, you will watch new doors open, see marvels shaping in your midst. A concluding prayer. Dear Lord, I present my soul before you. You warned me of the oncoming shift, of the people about to leave my life in these upcoming days. Ready my spirit to greet these changes without dread, but with unwavering assurance in you. Enable me to stand firm so that I am not broken, but upheld by your tranquility. Lord, I understand the upcoming path may carry hardship and sadness. Infuse me with the strength to endure loss without crumbling. When my resolve falters, sustain me. When I feel solitude, remind me you are forever there. Let no fear grip me, but let me dwell in the refuge and comfort of your nearness. Lord, during this season of adjustment, saturate me with peace beyond human logic. Keep me from anxiousness and alarm. Help me maintain stillness in your arms. Blanket me in the consolation of your Holy Spirit, so I forever know I am secure in your embrace. Lord, there are questions that puzzle me, partings I cannot avoid. You see the full horizon and never err. Show me how to trust unconditionally, even when all is hidden. Always remind me, your deeds are righteous, imbued with purpose. Lord, as individuals dear to me depart, tend to the vacuum left in my heart. Shield me from the consuming force of sorrow, but lead me to find rebuilding in you. You have guaranteed to wipe away tears. Apply that guarantee to my story. Lord, I plead also for the ones you mentioned would exit. Watch over, lead, and strengthen them while they continue onward. Do not let me cling to them out of my own wants. Let me relinquish them in perfect submission to your grand design. Lord, you have promised I will never be utterly alone, that in every chapter you bring companions who lift me up and support me, empowering me to proceed on the journey laid out. At this very moment, I open my heart for those fresh relationships. Grant me insight to see them, to perceive the divine arrangement behind each connection. Teach me to embrace them lovingly, to treasure the relationships you have decided I need, ensuring I do not inadvertently miss the very people you have sent for these critical times. Lord, shield me from fear and doubt. When life shifts, when familiar walls crumble, let me remember you hold ultimate control. Do not let needless anxieties or destructive thoughts steer me away. Show me that no matter how drastically events evolve, you hold supreme authority. Whenever I grow unstable, whenever the streams of life make me drift, draw me back. Secure me in your unwavering arms. Act as my strong tower, my refuge, my oasis of calm in the chaos. Lord, coming days will test me with dilemmas and turning points. Bestow clarity so I can discern your plan. When big decisions loom, illuminate my steps. When confusion reigns, sow in me your incomparable wisdom, so my choices do not spring from my desires but from devotion to your light. Specify what to retain and what to relinquish. If I diverge, bring me swiftly home, for I cannot risk venturing alone. I do not want to solve it all alone. Lord, teach me not to be crippled by future anxieties. Sometimes I tremble at the unknown, hesitate when confronted with novelty, and lose my grounding over matters I cannot sway. But I do not want dread to define me. I do not want anxieties to rule my existence. Instead, help me to embrace the here and now. Guide me to be loving in this moment, to show care, to hold dear what I currently have, so I never lose out on life's real treasures. Persuade me to give you my complete trust, so that I can walk in any tomorrow with the constant assurance of your perfect covering. Lord, fortify my belief in these trying intervals. When events do not align with my hopes, when I do not receive immediate replies, when my mind cannot yet fathom the whys, please keep my heart untroubled. Prevent me from interpreting your love by my limited perspective. Grant me a faith that grows even stronger under strain, that latches onto your vows firmly during the darkest hours, that refuses to be overturned despite the fiercest storms. Lord, shape me into someone who lives confidently in you. Let me not run to you only in emergencies, but help me delight in you, trust in you for who you are. Do not let me be led by changing passions, but help me settle upon your timeless truth. May no unforeseen event, no parting, no changing season cause me to forget that you are the rock who will not depart from me. Lord, I want no battle with your purpose, but surrender wholly to your direction. Often, my impulse is to maintain control, refuse to release the habitual, yet your ways soar above my own. Teach me to let go of what is out of my hands, so I do not cling to illusions never meant for me. Show me to accept your outcomes calmly and willingly, recalling that from your hand flows only what is good. Lord, draw near me on days when my spirit tires, on nights my heart feels heavy, on lonely occasions when no shoulder is available. Make me know you are my shelter. Encircle me so that I discover rest under your watch. Soothe my inner hurts, erase the tears known only to you. You are my safe haven in adversity, the one lifting me when I feel I have reached my end. May I be continually aware of your closeness in each breath, so I never sense true isolation. Lord, tomorrow remains a mystery, but I believe you cradle my future in capable hands. Life's circumstances can transform. My original blueprint can fail. Still, you never change. Help me not to dread oncoming days, but to stride ahead confident that you prearranged the road, structuring all good for me. Where I cannot see a route, let me walk by faith. When uncertainty clouds, remind me you hold all time. Lord, do not allow trials to pull me away. Though hurricanes batter, though I falter, keep me turned toward you. Let my deepest yearning be to seek your face, for only in you do I locate genuine purpose, solace, and delight. Help me remain in your rays, so that in everything I do, I follow the lead of your wisdom and love. I know there will be failures, confusion, but you will hold my hand without forsaking me. Instruct me to lean, to bow, to dedicate my entire being in love. My beloved child, as you leave this moment of sacred revelation, know that my voice will not cease speaking to your heart. Every time you return here, you will find fresh rivers of hope, new words of life, and deeper glimpses of my unfolding plan for you. This is only the beginning. I have so much more to unveil. Mysteries that will prepare you, strengthen you, and lead you into the fullness I have ordained. Do not walk alone. Let each message you receive here be a lamp to your feet, a steady anchor for your soul. Stay close. Return often. Each time you come closer to the destiny I shaped with my own hands. Subscribe, my child, so you will not miss what I am about to pour out. Turn your heart and your attention toward the messages I am preparing for you even now. For the days ahead hold breakthroughs you have prayed for, miracles you have long awaited, and new chapters you could scarcely dream of. And together, step by step, we will walk this journey until you shine with all the fullness of my promises fulfilled. Stay expectant, stay listening, stay close. Amen.